Okay. Cam, are we rolling?
Cam rolling.
I'm Chase Story.
I'm Cam rolling.
And I'm Phil Light, aka Not the Brightest.
And welcome to Dungeon Call. I'm Chase Story, and welcome to Dungeon Call, where we do a dungeon crawl through some of the most dangerous dungeons in Mana to see where the adventure went wrong. Cam.
Oh wait, did you say we're in the Black Sea?
Oh, shit. I'm Cam Rowland, and welcome to Dungeon Call. Right now, we're in the Black Sea investigating a mysterious tunnel. Because what we do on Dungeon Call is we go on a dungeon crawl through some of the most dangerous dungeons in Mana to see where it all went wrong.
And deep in the Spider Lily capital, there is a corridor filled with mold.
Black mold to be exact. This is where 7 adventurers have apparently gone missing in the past month. Today, the 3 of us are going to unravel the mystery.
And with this, here, the first live report on Dungeon Call, we're all about to step into this very corridor. On 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's weird. We're already inside the corridor, and it looks like we're directly in the middle.
Friends, it appears I'm on the floor right now.
Hey.
I'm on the floor and I've been rolling around in the mold.
Hey, how did you two get so far away?
Cam Rowland, how much footage do we have left?
Cam rolling here. We've been recording for 2.5 hours.
Well, we might just have a lead here. Traitor! I'm Chase Story, and we're in the Black Sea.
I'm Cam Rowland, and you're a traitor!
He's picking me up over his head and moving me directly towards a strange shadowy window. I'm Chase
Phil, help
Story,
me.
about
This
to
guy's a
break
traitor.
news.
I'm Phil Light, aka Not the Brightest, and this month 8 adventurers have gone missing in the mold hole.
This just in, I'm Chase Story, plummeting at terminal velocity through a dimension of darkness and black sand. Could this be where the adventurers vanished? Could this be what their fates became? Looking around, yes!
Traitor!
I'm Chase Story, signing off, indefinite.
Previously on the Black Sea, Zamia joined your party at the gates of the Spider Lily capital, where you deliberated your route to the steps of Daphne Palace. You decided to split up, Chip and Queen following Igneous, while Jay, Gillian, and Griffin followed Zamia. While Jay's group was successfully stealthed by a beast of a man with the head of a bull, Chip was immediately found by an angel of chains. After making an enemy of her by difference of religious opinion, Chip was luckily freed by Queen's sleep spell, and then they sprinted down into broken buildings, coming across an old training construct, and then into a cathedral where they were charmed by a pile of bodies covered in flowers worshipping Astra's warmth and light. Meanwhile, Jay's group hopped a bridge that had caved in, then found themselves at a corridor covered in black moss. The moss caused a debilitating confusion, which nearly made it impossible to cross and escape. But even more of a twist was that its windows were portals into another plane, one of black sand and tilted archaic spires. With Gillian's freedom from the mirror, his aid allowed everyone to not only make it to the other side safely, but then through a horde of the Hollowed, and then easily through a downpour of corrupted black rain, spewing from the central fountain of this great courtyard. Chip managed to free himself, Igneous, and Queen as they charged through the graveyard just outside the chapel, then reuniting all together under the tent of a mysterious hooded merchant. You did some magic shrooms during your short rest. Igneous doubled in size, Chip became polka-dotted, and Zamia exclaimed her concerns of people's lives at stake. As the merchant disappeared, heavy stomps approached, and so the journey continues. As these stomps approached, it garnered everyone's attention as you look around to see where it might come from, and then it stops. Everything goes quiet for a moment. And just as you think perhaps it's past, doom, 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 and a shockwave lets out from the top, the peak of these steps from the palace. And you all get hit by it, and you feel this doom, 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 doom. And I need you all
Really starting us off with a motherfucking saving throw.
to make a wisdom save.
Oh, boys, don't forget your little +4.
Is it +4 or +5? Didn't you get like a +1 to that?
I wish.
Nope, okay, it's +4. 11.
I only rolled a 13.
You got a 23 on a wisdom save, motherfucker.
I'm absolutely going to use Favored by the Gods to add 2d4 because this feels like a scary one to fail. I'll be totally straight with you. Okay, that brings me up to a 21.
All of you, as you're hit by the shockwave, you all get the same vision. You see a silhouette, no discernible features other than the sort of outline of this curl mane that flows behind them, backlit by the moon covering the sun, floating above an endless sea, and they rise their arms up, and with it, hundreds and thousands of these corpses begin to pile on top of each other and climb until they're making these almost waves of bodies rising out of the ocean. And one of their eyes opens. A flash of purple. The other, a flash of red. And then you all come to, and you see, emanating from the palace, the entire city almost becomes cloaked in this red glow. And Jay, along with Griffin and Queen, because they rolled terribly, you're frightened of the palace. You don't want to go near it.
Oh, that was a frighten roll? I have disadvantage on those.
It's only if it reminds you of your dad. If the color red reminds you of your dad, then you...
No, I mean, maybe? Everywhere I look, I see him.
I see him. He's everywhere. He's the palace.
Jay, you'll take 7 psychic damage.
I was going to ask real quick, is there any way to distinguish if we've seen this silhouette before? Did it seem like a Niklausy silhouette?
No way to distinguish. Such a brief vision, it lasted maybe like 2 seconds before you came back.
Yeah. Okay, do I have mad low iron, or did you guys see that too?
Oh, so we're not just tripping?
No, I saw that.
I look at the mushrooms. Yeah, we could just be tripping, but that seems bad. Like, we gotta stop it now, bad, yeah?
It was no, it's more like we need to get the fuck out of here, kind of bad.
Yeah, fuck this. I'm going back to the ship.
Hey, whoa.
Wait, guys, what are
You
you
gonna go back through what we just came through?
Yeah, I'd rather go through the mold hallway.
I don't know. I'm looking up. Look at that shit.
Jay, I know you don't mean that.
What is this mold hallway?
I'll show you when it's over. Don't worry about it. It's better we never talk about the mold hallway again.
Why, look, maybe we can start talking about the people who are in there who we have to go save, right? Or the pirate captain we can get.
Get? We can't
No,
just
I
leave.
just mean
You're right.
like take care of him and like protect people.
We do not have time for this.
All right, so in or out?
I don't think we're getting what we want if we don't go in.
You can feel like you kind of low rumble as the ground begins to sort of shake. And you can kind of see pebbles start to rise from it. There's no way I'm going up there. La, 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 la. Look at it.
Like, I can't go in there.
Yes, you can.
It's too much.
Chip, can you convince them they're not scared?
I don't know if I can do it like that.
Can't you just lie?
All right, I'll try. I go over to Jay.
Her hands are shaky.
Hey there, little guy.
Why would you call me that? I'm taller than you, I'm pretty sure.
I reach up and I grab her head and I'm like grabbing like at her chin and like the top of her head and I like start petting her hair. You're okay.
You're making me want to get away from here faster, Chip.
No. You're
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Just look in my eyes.
Now she just seems scared of you too. I don't know.
I'll never let anything bad happen to you.
I think I'm just gonna walk back a little bit.
I'll accompany you. I think we're in over our heads.
Yeah, this is stupid, right? Like, you know, it's when did it ever become about like helping other people when we could just help ourselves get the fuck out of here, right?
What the fuck? Hey, back me up here, right? We gotta go inside.
Yeah, all of a sudden you start to get a little frightened, eh? It's alright, we all get a little, butterflies in our stomach.
I'm gonna cast Protection from Evil and Good on Jay. Hey, I believe in you, and you will too. And then I pick her up.
As you pick her up and begin to walk forward, loud crash behind you in the middle of this giant courtyard, and you see standing as smoke begins to disperse from it. It almost like creates this, like it dispenses this dense fog throughout just from the debris of the landing. And you begin to hear shing, 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 flying chains in the distance.
No, we gotta go.
And then a zoof next to it. As the dust clears, you see 3 figures land on your location.
Oh, shit.
One of them, Chip, you recognize
I know I do.
as the Changel. Jay, you and Zamia and Griffin recognize the Minotaur with the 4 arms. And then you see, to their left, that massive mass.
No,
And the longhorn beetle armor.
not the massive mass!
Hey, Changel, no hard feelings, right? We're cool, you and me.
Guys, I thought we were cool and these guys pulled up, but that's the massive mass.
No, it's cool. I got this, guys. Don't worry.
Okay, alright, dude. Alright, dude, you got this.
No, me and the Shane Angel go back, like hours.
Rubble is still floating mid-air around this Minotaur, and he goes, and it looks like he punches the air once, but then 4 shockwaves as all these boulders burst in the air, and rocks go flying towards you, but none of them hit you.
I could do that if I wanted.
I freeze.
I also don't move, and then I look really cool afterwards as if I meant to not move because I knew that they weren't gonna hit me, but I didn't.
What's the deal here, guys? We're thinking of heading into the what's it, cathedral? What, guys?
We were like a
cathedral,
chapel.
right? It's a chapel.
Yeah. We were just. And I don't want it to be awkward if we're both going the same way. I'm not sure if you're going this way too, or
We
if
can
this
go
is.
together. Yeah, that's.
If you're scared, we can come with you.
Hold your hand. I look at the Minotaur.
The Minotaur laughs at you. Fresh-blooded pirates. Little babies to the blackened sea eye. It's been years since I've had any real fun. And then he begins to get ready to charge at you, but then the Changel goes, puts her hand out. Our captain offers a parlay if you convince us our goals align, though I have passed judgment on one of you, and I will not be easily convinced.
Hey, you attacked me.
You really think we'll come to your party?
Parlay. Different.
It's a parlay. It's a parlay.
You make... You make Captain mad at me. I'm mad at you.
You don't sound like it.
Maybe you shouldn't try and just abduct things or animals or people.
You should have just taken the turtle. We would have been chill with that.
Guys, huddle up. Riptide huddle.
Okay, 1 second huddle.
You see the Minotaur begin to walk over to the fountain.
Gang, don't think they're gonna let us huddle.
He picks it up, rips it out of the ground.
We can put the fountain down. I have a feeling our goals do align.
Sorry, am I interrupting?
No, we're done. We're good. All handled. And look, if our goals don't align, then you could just kill us, right? We'll be in there.
What the fuck?
Just bring us to the captain, and we'll talk about it.
Nye, the Changel says. It would be unwise of us to give you a chance at deception.
What are your goals? What are you guys trying to do? Why
Now
are
you will
kidnapping
state
people?
yours first.
Fine, we'll say them both at the same time. This is what compromise is like, guys. No one wins.
The Minotaur. I like them. Are you sure we can't just kill them?
Gillian, you're half the reason.
Right. Oh, yes. Okay. All right. On 3. Okay. 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Go.
Kill you.
To save the tree. Sorry, I waited a little extra second. I got taken a little off
We're
guard.
looking for the Black Rose Pirates.
Long term, but short term, more obtainable goal is to save that tree.
I have just heard 3 different goals.
Yeah, we all kind of have our own thing.
We're here to look for the Black Rose Pirates.
And we've got a feeling they might be in that tree.
No. But we do know where they might be. Or at least we have a lead.
That tree. It's connected somehow.
Dude.
I'm trying to help.
Dude. We only came here because we needed a place to rest. That's it.
Just kind of drops the fountain behind him. The rain is stopped, obviously, like I said before.
I'm sure you know of them, don't you? I was here. When the sea turned black.
The Minotaur speaks. And how do you expect to find these lost old pirates?
Take us to your captain and maybe you'll find out.
Last I heard, they had all been washed away or killed.
Well, we wouldn't be very good pirates if we just told you everything. But I've set our goals. That's what we intend to do. That's why we're here. Now, I assume that probably has something to do with your goals, at least your interests. Pirates like that, they don't sail around empty-handed. Wherever that ship sank, there's gold.
Ignis kneels. He kneels down because he's fucking giant right now, and he kind of gets behind you, his head behind your shoulder. Oi, mate.
What?
If we get taken with them, it's not gonna be easy for us to get into the palace dungeon and free.
Yeah.
What's your plan here for that?
I'm in a keep us alive mode right now. We'll get to it.
All right.
Because they'll kill us, right?
Oh, I think you could take him.
I mean, like, we could probably take them, but
I think we could take them.
But that's like a last case scenario.
Changel shouts out back at ship. Fine. Our captain would be curious enough. But if you are to come with us, you will agree to be chained. All is fair. There's no trust here, correct?
Okay, well then you have to be chained too, so that it's fair.
She says she's like covered in chains.
All right.
There's our condition.
Well, guys, I mean, I hate that.
yeah, I mean, that sounds awful. That sounds like
That
a really
sounds like
idea.
a bad deal.
So, I mean, like, it's either we fight or die.
Fuck them.
I mean, like, I'm not scared of these guys. I'm just scared of this looming building behind me.
Yeah, now that you mention it.
We clearly don't trust each other, so we have to reach some kind of common understanding. And I think that we should all chain each other up and then designate 2 people, 1 from each group, to lead the chained people so that everything is even and then it's not. You see what I'm saying? That makes sense to me.
You can chain the captains.
You watch the 3 of them huddle.
They do that too. Maybe we're not fucking, totally out there with these guys. Maybe they're not so bad.
We have a few options, but, like, if we kill these guys, is that even gonna work? I mean, the beetle man kind of just
they just kind of come
himself.
back.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
just came
know.
back.
I just if we just go in there in chains, we're just gonna
I just
get
feel like that
gooed.
it feels like it just puts us at a disadvantage.
They literally said their goal is to kill us.
Do we have a way to get out of chains?
I'm sure there are other goals, guys. We need to understand what this captain is about. What is the point of having a vessel, right? If we don't understand more, then we can't really do anything, can we?
Yeah, but, like, I don't really want to become a vessel.
We won't.
You know?
If we meet this captain, this is hunting 101. We know none of their abilities, nor their flaws, or their weaknesses. Chained or not, we'll be walking right into their lair, trapped, with no idea how to beat them. That's a lot of thinking on your feet.
That's what we do best.
Well, yeah, what are you guys thinking? I'll be honest. I'm just down to go at it. I mean, just start swinging. But I mean, Chip, like, if you want to get captured or something, like, dude, that's you. I'm not going to stop you.
I mean, like, yeah, me and you, Gillian, we could run away and, like, Chip can get captured.
We could bravely retreat so that we could sneak in, and then Chip, you could go gather some intel.
Yeah, and I could get, like, a little nappy in.
If you like that plan.
I just don't feel like having, my movement restricted and and my ability to fight back restricted, and then going into
the house of the people that want to kill us and like make the ocean dead people.
they're like it was just strange people.
All
Like,
right.
they
All right.
regrow.
All right.
It's just a lot.
You guys can stay. I'll go.
You are insane. You are an insane person.
How do we convince them that we're staying?
That wasn't my part of the plan.
How about this? How about Chip? You say, okay, we talked about it. I'm down, and I can't lie, but Jay, can you say that we have a tummy ache?
Yeah, I do have a tummy ache. My stomach hurts really bad right now,
That's
actually.
perfect. So we say we have a tummy ache and we need to go
Every time
home.
I look at the palace, it makes my tummy ache a little more.
Zalmia chimes in. Need I remind you? They capture survivors. Why would they let you go?
I don't know.
Look, if we can get in there and offer them something they want, they won't kill us. Maybe even it'll be a bargaining chip to get your people out without a fight.
I really don't like it, but Chip, if you think this is the right move.
They do.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. You're trying to apply logic in a place where reality itself defies it, and I feel like that's a bad idea. These guys are
Okay, then what's
fucked
your
up.
idea?
I don't.
Because how do we
know.
get the crew out of here?
We kill
We
them.
kill them? Okay, because we tried to fight him, and we almost got our fucking heads cut off.
To be fair, we kind of just tried to save a bird.
To be fair, we're already at a disadvantage. We already just had to trek through all of that. We're not fighting our way out of this, and you're stupid to think we are.
Damn. Okay.
You hear quietly. They've been huddled for a long time.
This is the only way.
Have you reached your conclusion?
No, not yet. Shut up.
All right, I think I'm going to throw this fountain at them.
I'm gonna catch it!
We'll go. We'll all go.
No, he'll just go. Just him.
No,
What?
we'll all go.
Wait, no, I have an idea. Okay, I'll go too, but toss the fountain anyway. I'm curious. I have a plan.
I like this
Take a
one.
wide-
And as the Minotaur is fucking throwing it at you, the changel looks like shocked and disapproval, but can't really do anything, and then it just comes hurling at you.
Real recognize real.
Now, let me ask you: are you dodging, or are you trying to catch it?
No, I want to fake my own death.
Okay, how?
What if you really die?
So my plan is obviously it's a massive fountain, and it's probably going to fucking explode or a cloud of dust. And so my plan is a combo of, you know, if I have to do shield or whatever to not like get destroyed by it, but I want to get hit by it. And then when the rubble clears, I'll minor illusion over some rocks, like my legs sticking out. So it just looks like I've been fully crushed by rubble, and I am dead.
How close is everybody to Gillian? Close enough to get the thing, right? The aura.
Yeah, I'm pretty close. I had to be close for the plan.
Chip's not gonna fail it anyways. Just you guys make a deck save.
That's really funny.
16.
11. Dude, if this actually kills me, it'll be a bad bit. I'll be real.
No.
It would be really funny.
It's a whole fountain.
It would be very funny. How bad could it be, guys?
How bad could it be?
I don't think I've ever seen him make that particular facial expression before.
You take 24 points of bludgeoning damage, Gil, and as you get hit with it, the fountain sort of explodes, and then this black water goes everywhere.
Oh shit! Fuck! I didn't think about that.
So it is a con save. So go ahead and make a con save, Gillian.
Yikerino. Okay, that's 24.
24, you're all good. You're not gonna get a point of corruption. It'll be half damage because you passed.
If all goes well, this will kill me instantly.
You take 15 points of necrotic damage.
Yeesh! Jesus. Okay.
All right, you've been hit by the fucking. You've been hit, blown back.
Hit by the fountain, whoosh, and I, stretch out a hand. Sort of green teal magic starts to twist around and form in the middle of this, cloud of rubble as it settles, of just my leg and an arm sticking out of a visible place in the rubble, and it looks like Gillian has died.
Right. That spell. Did you have to do anything verbal or?
It is just somatic.
Jay, were you doing something at the same time? You said.
Yeah. So if there's enough time before the rubble falls and they can see us again, I would want to cast invisibility on Gillian.
So you can try and you can stealth it.
Okay. I'm retiring. It's been good, guys. I rolled a 7.
Jay, grieve me.
I'm gonna be so convincing. Maybe.
It's okay. Just because they know you cast a spell doesn't necessarily mean that they'll know what we just did. Hopefully.
That's true.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Maybe you could just say it was a fucking shield spell.
I coughed.
I coughed. I coughed in Eldritch.
This happens in an instant. And then everyone is just sort of staring off. Ignis looks over. Oh, is he dead?
Oh fuck.
Hang on, I gotta sell it.
Gillian, what were you thinking, man?
Gillian!
Kill.
And that's all she wrote.
Is that really how weak our crew is? Does that mean you're angry enough to fight with us now?
Shit! Fuck! He's dead! He was the strongest one on the crew! And he's just fucking dead! You killed Gillian!
I'll let you roll deception.
How could you do that?
That's so fucking funny. Well, while this is happening, I'll take out a little invisible piece of paper and write with a little invisible pen. And just in Gillian handwriting, write it okay, crumple it up, and pass it over to like Chip's closed palm, basically, so that he knows what's going on.
As invisible, right?
Yeah. So it
Alright.
would just become uninvisible when he's holding it.
You motherfucker! I look down at my palm.
Chip, no, we can't fight them. They're too strong.
He just hears gently in his ear, "It okay."
You're right. Just take us.
Fucking
Just
hell.
like, preferably don't take us towards that big palace, because I'm scared of it.
Gillian was meant for the fucking screen, baby.
I know, but he's scared of it. He's not ready.
I can't help but be proud.
You're selling it, dude. That's the thing is I can't directly lie, but I can definitely scheme.
I'm loving it right now.
This is the thing that Jay taught me is that it's not lying if it's acting.
Zamia looks over. Are you sure about this? They just killed your friend.
I mean, what other options do we have? And I put a piece of paper in her hand.
Just whisper in their ear. Okay.
I give Zami a wink as well.
Plan.
Insomnia, we're in too deep.
We can't beat them.
Remember me.
Well, this is just said. Chain them up, let's go. And then you guys start to... All of you feel... Your body's constricted. If you're resisting, you have to roll for it, but if you don't, it just happens.
I am going to use... I have a loot. I use a loot.
I use my unbreakable arrow.
Oh, that's a good one. Your loot is cool too, man. I don't mean to...
No, I get
It's
it
really
though.
cool that you
I
used
get
to
it though.
loot.
Both of you make a dexterity save.
19.
22.
I don't know where you just pulled this loot out from,
I don't either,
But-
man. I just have items on me. I guess they're just like there.
but it seems like to you guys, at least, that they are wrapped around your item and your body, and if you're able to remove the item, it might be looser. Gillian, you watch as they begin to be taken up the steps. Jay, since you are frightened, and Griffin rolled a natural 20. He's all good now. Queen is still frightened.
I got 23.
Can I whisper in their ears while they're walking without like having to make a check or anything?
So if you're going to talk to them and follow them along, you have to make stealth checks.
Okay. I actually just wanted to ask them one thing before I dipped. Jay, should I follow you or look for the dungeons?
Dungeons.
And dragons. And I disappear.
Okay, so you're no longer frightened. Griffin and Queen actually can't reroll, but they are just forced along. It just means that they're going to have
Screaming.
disadvantage on stuff.
Okay.
No, they just don't look. They look very uneasy. I mean, Queen is like la 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 la.
And Griffin's in a cold sweat.
6 chains, all held by this one changel, as she sort of flies above you and guides you up the steps, yanking the ones that don't want to go along. And the Minotaur looks very disappointed that there was no battle. And then slowly, you watch as the massive mass, the collector as they called him, begins to continue walking around the city. And you watch them all leave, Gillian.
All right. It's their destiny to be totally okay. Dungeon. I'd look around for anything that looks like it could maybe lead to a dungeon part of this. You know, anything below the palace, maybe?
He's got 1 hour of invisibility. So.
I got 1 hour, and the worst man is on the mission right now for this. Yeah. So,
yep.
I guess just in case I ever have to make the check, I will. I'll unexpand my gauntlet so I don't have disadvantage on stealth. And I will cast Enhance Ability to give myself advantage on dexterity checks. And be slippery. I just did the con of the prawn, and then I become more prawn-like, and my dexterity increases. So I have advantage on dex checks, and I don't take falling damage from 20 feet or less. Okay, cool. So hopefully that helps, and I'm looking for dungeon.
Go ahead and roll perception. Trying to determine where the route is to get...
I'm the wrong guy for this job. Okay, here we go. 19!
You notice, just before the start of the steps, the walls that sort of surround the palace, it seems like there's a gate to the left that will lead up to the top of the wall, up staircases, and then through different series of towers. And you would possibly guess this is for what used to be guards that would just kind of secure and keep the perimeter of the actual palace protected. And based on Igneous's sort of direction that he drew in the mud, that you sort of recall, it is that direction where you'll find the lower entrance straight to the palace dungeon that soldiers would have used, like soldiers and guards.
I'll just be a little sneaky prawn, and I'll shrimp my way along, looking for any sort of down way.
Go ahead and roll stealth.
You don't mean that.
You said you're sneaking along.
You don't mean that. Okay, boys. I've rolled an 18 and a 10. Now I do have a -2 to dex, so that brings it down to a 16.
You're invisible, so it just makes things so much easier for you.
I don't even have armor, so like if they hear a creaking, that's just my joints.
So you head up through this gate, up the steps, and then down this sort of the path of the roof of the wall that is on the outer side of the palace.
Curse my wide gait and heavy stride.
This is how you're going to reach, higher peaks and get closer to the actual palace. But the first thing is that you have to pass through one of the towers on your way up. And as you do, you slowly open the door, and then you kind of come in. And because you're invisible and you rolled so good on your stealth, you're able to look around and see that lining the interior walls are like maybe 15 of these disgusting long black centipedes. And they're just... As you come in, one of them seems like it reacts.
I do like a finger wiggle.
You're not noticed at all.
Okay,
you do see that in the far side of the room, there's a trunk, but it is covered in these centipedes.
Oh.
No. Oh. You know what happened to me. You know what happened to me.
God, my sense of adventure is tingling. I start to creep over.
No. Our only hope.
Do I get a sense that touching the centipedes will, do they look poison?
You have no idea. I don't think you can tell.
Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my javelin and I'm gonna hold it out, and I'm just gonna like from across the room creak it open with the javelin while I'm invisible. I'm just gonna If you were a bug and there was an invisible javelin, you're a bug. You don't know. You're a fucking worm. So I'm gonna try and it's basically like imagine you're trying to unlatch and open a chest from the other side of the room with a pole.
Yeah.
That's my goal here. Yeah.
Yeah. That's when you notice that the chest is locked.
Okay. Can I do the centipedes? If I like gently poke a centipede, do they seem to care? If I just poke it a little bit?
Are you gonna poke it?
Yeah, I just poke like a little bit. Just like a little
You poke
bit.
it?
Yeah.
And it starts to... It kind of runs up the invisible pole but just a little bit. And it sort of stops because it's floating. And then it just sits there and it's staring at you in the eyes, but it doesn't know it's staring at you.
Okay, so here's
But you
my
know
brilliant,
it is.
Here's my brilliant idea. Is I'm gonna poke the rest of the centipedes with the pole to get them on the pole, and then throw the pole across the room, and then grab the chest and then run. Guys, you put it there. It's gotta have something cool. My only other option is to try and lockpick it from across a room with the javelin, which is insane. Here, Buggy. And I'm gonna do that thing you do to inchworms with sticks on like a branch, and I'm gonna try and get them all on the branch, and then I'm gonna put it down, and then I'm gonna grab the chest so the chest goes invisible, and then I'm gonna slip away into the quiet night, and no one will be any the wiser.
Okay. One more time, as you're just trying to get all these centipedes, and they're quite large, so they're gonna take up a lot of room. They're gonna crawl up your arm. They're gonna have to. So go ahead and roll another stealth.
Can I,
Even though you're invisible, you're guiding them out.
Okay.
Just roll straight.
You know
stealth.
what? You know what? All right. That's a natural 20. Let's go.
Oh, God bless.
I actually love them.
With an elegance, a gentleness you didn't even know you were capable of. And Pretzel is like scooting on the other side around your neck to the other part of your shoulder because these centipedes are like
Make way on this shoulder. We're gonna have a new friend.
they're like crawling up. And to anyone else who was like viewing in on this, these centipedes are just floating and crawling up
This is like
invisible steps.
horrifying. Yeah.
And you are gently, without disturbing them or causing them to become aggro, you're just whisking them off the chest, and then you're gonna throw the javelin.
Like, yeah. If I can just like kind of set, maybe not throw, but I'll just like set it down. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They're bugs. They're fucking. They don't have eyes. They don't have ears. They don't have brains. They're bugs. I put it down. They can't think. They're bugs. They can't even feel. They don't have hearts. I put the javelin down and I let them do their bug shit and look for dirt or worms or ants or fruit.
The ones on your arm?
Just the ones on the javelin. How many do I have on my arm now?
I'll say about 2. They're about as big as your forearm.
Very gently, I'll lead one of them off. They seem really nice though, so I am gonna keep one of them. And then I'll pick up the chest, and I'll leave.
Okay. If you get the chest, you start leaving.
Yeah.
Because you rolled natural 20, this thing has no idea it's on you right now.
No.
But now there's just a floating bug.
Yeah. Wait, I guess it doesn't go invisible, does it? Okay.
No,
I'm just a floating bug. Well, it's hanging out with me for now. It seems chill, so I don't want to like fuck with it. And if need be, I can throw it at someone.
Okay. The chest doesn't seem very heavy. You pick it up and you just start leaving.
I'm gonna put the chest like in the briefcase. I'm not gonna try and finagle with it. It'll be a nice little surprise tool for later.
Oh, okay. You're not gonna try and get into it. All right, got it.
No, not right now, because I think just knowing me, that's where things will go wrong. So I'll put it in for Chip to do later.
Okay, it's good to know you have the briefcase.
I'm the designated carrier of the briefcase at most times.
I'll say eventually you climb up through the walls, through a few more towers. You just roll into good on stealth. You're invisible. You're gonna find yourself at what looks to be. You have to go through a tower and then you follow a staircase down inside the tower before you find yourself what you imagine to be underneath the palace, just based on the trajectory of your path. And it is a pretty bare cobblestone interior, and at the far end of it is a very heavily fortified, like bolted door.
Oh, okay.
And you can imagine that this might lead into the dungeon.
Then I'm gonna creep up to the door with my little buggo friend. And I'm going to look. Is there a keyhole? Or like a lock hole or a hole of some sort that I can dishonored peer through?
Let me pull up the door stat block.
There's a this fucking door has a stat block?
Of course it does, man.
Of course the door has a fucking stat. My only worry with the door is that I'll be super loud. And then they'll be like, what was that?
It doesn't seem to have a keyhole. It seems to be made out of some sort of metal. And there is this sort of built up carving of a sun that sort of sticks out on the center of the door.
What? There's a built-up carving of a sun that sticks out in the center.
And it looks like across, like horizontally, it seems to be like fortified recently.
Like with like more metal.
Like
or
more
something?
reinforced, yeah.
Okay. Does it look like a puzzle type sun or like a decoration type sun? Does it look like there's more to it, or is it just?
Looks like a regular door. Unless you'd like to check using something specific.
Yeah. I mean, I guess can I put my hands on it and maybe make an Arcana or religion check or something?
Yeah.
5.
With a 5, there's you sense like some magic, but you don't know anything
Interesting.
more than that.
Okay. And how deep underground am I? Pretty deep?
Yeah, pretty deep.
Here's my incredibly, absolutely insane fucking plan that maybe is possibly nothing at all. But I think about, okay, what would Chip do? What would Jay do? Think. We go into my synapses, and it's just like it's just random shit. It's just pretzel clapping cymbals. It's just like rocks smashing together. It's just Gillian saying destiny and smiling. Brain blast. And I'm gonna pull out all of the like. This is so dumb, but this is maybe guys. If this is something this is gonna be great. Okay. Like, I pull out, like, 2 iron pots, and, like, I pull out, fucking, like, my pearlescent orb, and I say, okay, it's a puzzle, gotta think. And I scurry back up the ladder, and I go to where oh, wait, there's no sun in this sea, is there?
It's heavily obscured by clouds and stuff.
You were trying to solve it like a Legend of Zelda thing.
I was trying to solve it like Legend of Zelda, where I put shit to reflect the light into the door.
Yeah.
You'd be going pretty far with that, yeah.
Okay, so that's not possible. Okay. No, that's stupid. I hit it.
Okay, roll the hit.
Have you tried to open it?
You hasn't even tried to push it.
No, does it have a handle? Whatever, I hit it. I got a 27 to hit.
Jesus.
I guess I'm gonna try and stab through it though. I'm gonna try and like stab a hole.
That hits the door very
Okay,
easily.
I hit the door. Yes! Hit the door! Okay, I'm gonna try and stab a hole through the door. Oh, does it not? Just bounce it off.
I mean, it's steel on steel, right? I don't know if you can do that.
What if I stab it really hard? I stab it and I do 13 door damage. And I stab the door.
But the door is still there. The door is still there. It's not going anywhere.
Almost got it. Did it make like a hole? Can I see through the door?
Oh man, I want to say yes. I just don't know if you can cut through steel with a sword.
Can I glacial blade my sword so it's a special sword and then stab it again? And
Anything but trying to push it open, huh?
the cold will cause the metal to freeze, making it more brittle, causing the sword to plunge in deeper and shatter the door instantaneously.
Is that how it works? Somebody help.
That's how Gillian thinks it works.
No, I don't think that's how it works, Grizzly.
I just want to stab a hole through the door. So I stab it again.
I'll say it would probably take about like 30 minutes
Jesus Christ.
of just working the fucking
30 minutes of
You're
this.
carving?
It's into steel door.
You're carving into a steel door. It'd probably take longer.
Okay, fine, I guess I pull out my portable ram.
What?
Dude, open it.
Just open the door.
Fuck you
Open it.
guys.
Dude,
Fuck you.
open it.
What do you mean open it?
I mean push or pull.
Okay, I push it with a ram. It's a portable ram to break down doors. And I try and break down the door.
You're not being very stealthy about it.
Okay, roll with the portable ram.
Okay, wait, do I roll the hit with it or do I just roll strength?
And then you just roll strength with the ram.
Okay, and I get a +4 to this. Okay, that's a 19 to break down the door.
Okay.
This is just gonna be a
Like, where are you hitting? Middle, top, bottom?
pull. Whichever side it opens on.
It bends inwards when you hit it with the ram.
Ha!
Still closed.
You know what? I bet if Chip and Jay were here, they'd say something stupid like,
Push the door. Push the door.
Pull the door open.
Open the door. Just open the door. Just try to open it.
I'm gonna do my own thing. And I pull out the portable ram again, and And, this time I think I'm gonna try and smite the door. Can I smite the door with a portable ram?
This is insanity.
I wanna get in the room.
Yeah, you can try.
I'll just roll the strength check. That's a 22.
All right.
And I'll just fucking smite it and add another, 2d8, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's a 22 strength check and, 2 radiant damage. I've rolled ones on both dice.
You go, and it lets out this loud sound that reverberates through the place, and it causes whatever spell was on this door to trigger, and goes as this sort of like electrical energy sort of shoots out through the room. Go ahead and make a con save.
Yes! Okay. I make a con save. And I get killed as natural 20! Oh my god!
What the fuck?
Holy shit! What the fuck? I eat it!
Okay, you take 18 points of lightning damage. And the door wiggles open.
I'll absorb elements that just for shits. So I'll suck that shit in. Get that lightning in me.
Got it.
Oh no, how's my bug?
Yeah, you had the bug. You are the worst person to be doing this.
It is on the ground, curled up, and it's gone.
I'll make them pay. And I go through the door.
You find yourself inside what looks to be, you're very deep underground, and the walls are made of brick and stone, and the floors are made of the same material, and you can, in the distance, see the beginnings of torches that sort of light the way, and you gather that, as you're stepping over small grates in the ground, you can just smell like this rot, both of decay, death, hunger, and there is a overwhelming sense of both sorrow and loneliness in here, emanating throughout the entirety of the chambers. As you're heading through, it almost feels like there's a source to it, because that sense of sorrow gets stronger.
Chip, is that you?
You start to pass by the metal grated and barred doors of cells. The first ones that you pass by are the ones that can only be lifted open, and they're otherwise locked, and they're, for the most part, empty, if not just filled with some skeletons.
Why would they want to capture skeletons?
You're walking through the many corridors of a sprawling prison, the dungeon underneath the palace, and after a few moments, and passing a few of these empty cells or cells filled with long decayed corpses, that sense of sorrow through the air gets stronger, and you begin to hear weeping.
Okay. Oh, guys, this is for sure like a fucking weeping beast.
Bro, this is some Dark Souls shit.
I know it's some Dark Souls shit, but dude, I'm playing Gillian Tidestrider. Cry not! My name is Gillian Tidestrider, and I've come to save you and maybe make a funny face or two! Hold on! I start running towards the crying sound.
Invisible.
You shout this out, and it echoes. Obviously, you're invisible. As you're running through the halls and passing different cells, you hook a few corners, and you keep running as the sound of weeping gets louder and louder and louder. But you start to think, why isn't this prison ending anywhere?
Oh, no.
And as it gets louder, eventually you come.
Oh, God.
You hook a corner, and at the far end of the hall,
Yeah.
it just seems to be shadow, and then you see a figure standing, and you can hear the crying.
Hey,
And
it's
coming
okay.
from this figure standing at
I've
the
come
far
to
end.
get you out of this evil labyrinth.
The crying stops.
See? There's no need to cry. It'll be okay. You'll be seeing sun or clouds or the sky soon enough.
So you start approaching, and you see that this figure seems to be a girl as she looks up. And she has very pale white skin, very dark hair that's extremely long, even though it's tied up in the back by this white ribbon. The area around her eyes, she looks up, is dark, and you can see that on her face are these stained crimson streaks.
I'm sorry you can't see me right now. I'm indivisible.
I can see you.
Oh, perfect. I was just gonna say to picture the most heroic savior person, but now you can see him. Come on, let's get on out of here. Your people are waiting.
And that's where we switch over.
And I do a big shit-eating grin.
So, you guys are being dragged up the steps. Not dragged, but you're being led along. And you sort of overhear them as the Minotaur leads and shouts up at, he actually refers to her as Eurydice. Eurydice, I sure hope someone tries to escape right now, he says, hoping you overhear.
You ready for what?
Did you not hear what I said?
What was the name again?
It was Eurydice, right?
Yeah, and I said, you ready for what?
You feel the chains squeeze.
Fuck. Is that the name of the changel?
Yeah.
Holy
Eurydice.
shit.
Oh, we got it!
She says, you are a problem, Gardak. I know. And they sort of chat back and forth as they lead you up steps. It is a steep climb.
I had to get my 10,000 steps in anyways. Might as well make them stairs.
We'll say maybe 1,000 steps. It's a long way up. So it takes a while.
Yeah, can I whisper? Would I be able to whisper to Chip while we're climbing up?
You can stealth.
I don't even care if they hear, but I will try to stealth anyways.
I will also be whispering. Should I stealth too?
Yeah, I rolled for their perception.
19.
28.
All right, cool. Go ahead and whisper.
I hope you have a plan, man.
I just want to figure out what it is they want. Whatever they're looking for. Maybe whatever this captain is corrupted by.
Okay. But, you know, if they make a move on us, we're kind of tied up right now.
It's okay. I put a loot in between the chains.
That's really funny, man.
I put it sideways. No, I'm serious. I put it sideways so that I could just turn it and the chains will come off.
Yeah, you know how I have like an unbreakable arrow that I got a long time ago?
I didn't know that, no.
Oh, well, I did.
There's a lot of things that happen. I don't keep track of them all.
You're never gonna guess where it is.
I don't want to know.
I did the thing you did, yeah.
Oh, you did that, but that's an arrow.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like
an
very
arrow.
thick.
Yeah, but it's unbreakable.
Yeah, but
I wasn't
how's it
sure
gonna
if
get
like,
you out?
I don't know, I mean like,
What are you gonna do with it?
I'm gonna like use it to pick my way out kind of thing. Maybe. I don't know, man. It'll work. I mean, they're pretty thick, actually. I don't know if you've ever seen an arrow, but they're pretty thick normally.
Yeah,
I've
I've seen
like-
this arrow. I bet it's thick. I bet it's a thick.
It's a big arrow. Okay, listen, anyways. We did pretty pathetic back there. I think we need to kind of like bring it back a little bit, you know?
How we bring it back from this?
Yeah, I mean, Gillian's dead. Which is really bad. That's really bad for us.
We just need to make sure this captain doesn't kill our crew.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
I totally agree.
Anything we can use to keep them distracted, or to appeal to their interests. Maybe we can have some kind of common goal that'll keep us alive for a while.
That would be nice. Yeah, we just need to know what they want.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Can Zamia join your whisper?
Absolutely. Hey, Zamia.
Depends what's your fucking stealth check.
Natural 1.
Oh!
No, Zamia cannot join.
Hey, guys, what are you talking about?
Should I say, when will I have the chance to break off?
Zamia, we're not gonna break off. We're gonna go and follow these much stronger pirates.
Chip, I said to turn it back on like the pathetic thing.
Dude, we're already this deep. I don't know how.
Gardak says, anytime you want to try, be my guest.
It just feels like he wants us to do that, yeah.
I will not let them get away with this. No matter what their goals, they have killed many of mine.
Okay, chill out. We got it.
They've killed many of mine, dude. Just chill out, man. Yo, you know what I love? Eating. And you know what you need to do to live? Also eat. That's crazy. And now, thanks to HelloFresh, eating is now easier than ever. And by that, I mean like preparing the food part. Listen, I get it. You got places to be, you got things to do. Who has time to go to a grocery store and buy a bunch of ingredients to make some big meal for themselves? Not me. And that usually just leads me to ordering in food, which is not healthy. It's really bad for me. I need to stop, honestly. But thanks to HelloFresh, I can have pre-portioned ingredients sent to my door with a recipe that I can cook in 15 to 20 minutes. And they've got such a wide variety of recipes. I always lean towards the protein heavy ones because somehow I became a gym rat. I'll be completely honest, I've been using the service for well over 6 months at this point, and I absolutely love it. It has made cooking and preparing meals so much easier, and they're all nutritionally balanced. They have your veggies, your starches, your proteins, all of that. It's great. So if you're focused on nutrition and health, or you want to be a little more focused on that, it helps so much, and it's helped me a ton too. So if you just want easier meals, or you want to learn to cook, or you're trying to eat healthier, I personally think that HelloFresh is great for all of these things, and I can't recommend going to hellofresh.com/50JRWI and use code 50JRWI for 50% off plus free shipping. Again, that was hellofresh.com/50JRWI and use code 50JRWI for 50% off plus free shipping. Thank you again to HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit, for sponsoring this episode. Enjoy the rest of it. Listen, Insomnia. Okay? You're being really loud, but I'm gonna tell you this. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna do our thing.
I am whispering.
Okay, well.
No, you're not.
I appreciate the gusto. We'll just say that much. Just like, remember how you called me a traitor and punched me a few times and then threw me out a window?
I do not remember these things.
Oh, well, you did that, okay? So just for my sake, because you did that to me, just play along for a little bit. And worst case, there'll be a chance sometime, okay?
Acknowledge only through symbols and nodding.
Yeah, nod.
Please.
Yes or no?
You're so loud.
If we get any closer, I'm gonna piss myself.
I told you to go pee while we were down there, Griffin.
Maybe they have a bathroom. Hey, our guy needs to go to the bathroom.
You gotta pee.
Really has to pee.
Griffin just has a really small bladder. He can't help it.
Persuasion with disadvantage. I'm serious.
Oh, dude, it was almost good. 11.
Everyone stops. You're lucky we're not in the ocean.
Actually, he could kind of just let it rip if he's in the ocean, so.
I think we've all peed in the ocean, right?
Yeah, once in a while. Yeah.
You've pissed yourselves out at sea.
No, in the water. It's different.
Yeah, I get in the water.
Have you not?
You not done that?
Have you not? That's weird.
Kim walking. She doesn't let him go.
Nothing wrong with pissing yourself in the ocean.
No, there's nothing wrong with peeing.
It's not like you piss yourself, right?
Yeah, no, it just goes into the water, right?
Yeah. Well,
right?
unless you're wearing pants.
It's not weird, right? We're not weird.
Unless you're wearing clothes.
These fledglings wouldn't know the pirate code if it was tattooed on the back of their heads.
Oh, shit. Forgot about that part.
Oh, no! No! The first rule!
Their expectations of your strength are definitely dwindling. So maybe it's a good thing. You keep walking up the steps. Igneous sort of tries to calm down Zamia, saying, "We've made it this far. Let's give it a shot." And then you reach the top, and for you guys that are not used to these kinds of hikes, your life is mostly at sea. Though your legs are strong, they're not built for this. And you're winded for sure. And the entrance to the palace is this gargantuan door over 15-20 feet tall, and it is flanked on the left and right by these pillars and other sort of architectural design that wraps around the entire building, and it is so unimaginably tall with its multiple stories. Just looking up at the height of this palace is phenomenal. I mean, you've definitely seen things like this, but looking behind you and you're overlooking the entirety of this darkened island, it's incredible what these people did and built before it was all lost to the Black Sea. And as they push open the doors and you walk in, and the floor is sort of tiled with red and white stone, you see scattered out in this sort of lobby hall different carcasses of armor. And when you walk in, you're being led. Now, Urity is walking on the ground. These sets of armor all begin to rise. And she speaks in a different language. She goes, Navula. And they all crumble down. As if she deactivated them. Then they lead you up a spiraling staircase that sort of curves on the far right side, up to the second floor. You walk down a hall and you pass by a slightly cracked open door that is the only semblance of light in this interior so far. Everything else has been pretty dark. There's not a lot of glow around the interior. It's also quite dusty. There's cobwebs everywhere. On the ceiling of this hallway, you can see a giant spider just sort of nested up there in its web. And as you pass by the open door that has some light, Gardak just sort of knocks on it once and it flies open. And says, Gluto, we have guests, so you should come along. And you hear, before you pass by and see, you hear,
What the fuck is a Gluto doing? Holy shit.
and then you hear the clinks of heavy chain and the rings of gold coins dropping onto the floor as you watch a horrifically oversized turtle standing up with heavy, gluttonous mass and layered chins, clearly grown too big for its shell as he is using these chains to drag his spiked former shell filled with treasure. It looks at you. Normally here you would have to roll to not be frightened, but we'll just skip that for now. And it turns around, begins to follow with Gardak in the front.
These guys are kind of set up, boys.
So what could they want? Probably nothing. Except more vessels.
And that's why we have Gillian, who's surely gonna save the day.
As you make your way through the second floor of the palace, you see through some preview windows, walking through one of the halls, a great library. And it seems like there are these sort of little walking skeletons, just rummaging through the books. There's piles of books that they kind of toss ones after they scroll through it, don't seem to have any interest, they throw it, and falls onto the pile. You have to walk through a small chamber that looks like it's meant for reading. You know, a small table, only a few chairs, a fireplace in the chamber. Leads you through another door before you find yourself walking through the kitchen. You watch that sort of hulking mass, Gluto, use its other arm to grab like this rotten piece of bread and then just eat it.
Gluto.
You walk through a few more unrecognizable sort of chambers before you come to another staircase that leads you up to the third floor. And eventually, you find yourselves in front of another set of these really, really tall doors. And everyone in front of you sort of stops. And you hear that boom, boom. And a gust of wind blow through the cracks of the door and through the entire hallway. And this is where that red glow is emanating out from. Through these sort of like beautiful, although they're now, some of them are cracked with different like holes and stuff, what used to be these beautiful tall windows on the opposite side of the hall and the door that overlook not only the massive courtyard below that steep line of steps, but the entire city itself. Welcome to the throne room. What would I say in this moment? Hold on. How can I make this as scary for you as possible? A learning experience for the sweet little pirates.
I'm about to break the pirate's code already, don't worry about it.
No, you can piss yourself when you're not on the boat.
What?
Do you piss yourself?
No.
Jay, make a wisdom save.
Jay, make a con save to hold it in.
I don't want to.
God, actually says, I'm interested to see what kind of scheme you are trying to pull off. Our captain sees everything.
Everything?
But maybe you'll buy your way onto our good side. As disappointing as that would be. And he elbows the door as it sort of opens up.
Why, you don't want to be friends? I feel like we were just getting along.
We could be such good friends.
I have all the friends that I need. And he gestures at the other crew members as they walk in first. And Yuri pulls you with the chains into it. But you don't walk into what looks like a throne room. You walk into a room filled with... It's almost like walking outside in the blighted forest around the castle. Mist covers the ground. And in the distance you can see that red glow. And you begin to hear this subtle zzz of a violin playing as you get closer. Before you come to close enough to get a visual on these figures in front of that giant glowing red sack. The one on the left is the one playing the violin. And it makes the sound of the violin, it's eerily pretty, but it makes Queen like ghost white. Like just completely fucking drained of color. As she's frightened right now. So scared. And even Griffin looks on edge, but accompanied with the music.
Going on, Queen? Not a fan of the song?
They say nothing. Queen doesn't respond at all. The violinist is wearing a classical theatrical outfit, sort of like a composer, with the ruffled necktie and brooch and a long tailcoat. There's a faded blue tint to their skin, and you can see their ears are pointed, but you can't see their face or features, as it's covered by floating masquerade masks that orbit their head with unique emotions. And the one currently at the front looks to be Joy. And on the other side is a figure draped in a hooded robe of shadow, blended with tufts of black smoke pouring around their feet. The only features you discern are a clock in the center of their chest, and that they wield a staff that has a floating orb at its tip with spikes that revolve around it.
That's a fucking court wizard.
No.
That's some Jafar shit, dude. I don't fuck with that.
That is some Jafar shit.
As the violin plays, your attention is captured by the figure in the center. She is tall, thin, but not weak. Fair skin, but faded. Wearing a dress of black and red, spider patterned sheer at her shoulders, silver armored pieces and silk armlets draping off her arm. Only half of her face is shown, to reveal sharp and well-defined cheekbones, and 2 scars that follow them to the corners of her black lips. The other half is covered by a headdress that curls up and out like horns connected by webs, with 2 pieces on the side that fall down around the jaw and hook up like the fangs of a spider. 6 brightly glowing eyes of pure white study each of you.
She sees everything.
All 3 of these figures are sort of backlit by the red glow, this pulsating sack, as you are still chained, so Yuridi just sort of flies up in the air and the chains sort of follow, but Gardak goes and sits down on one side, Gluto on the other. You see all 3 of these figures. You look up at the center one. And she says, "You're going to say, so I guess you're the captain."
So I guess you're the captain?
Hey, did you just say that because she said you'd say that, or did...
No. What?
Oh.
How did you do that?
What do you call yourselves? Other pirates, seafarers, sailors, heroes, fighters.
Can you guess? Because I feel like you're gonna guess what I'm gonna say.
You're free to answer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all those
How do
things.
you identify?
Mostly Riptide Pirates, though.
So, she looks up, or she doesn't move her head to look, but you can tell, you can feel her gaze on you, Chip, then you, Jay, And then there's Griffin and Queen, who is trembling.
There's usually another one of us, but he got crushed by a fountain. And I'm still kind of processing.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. Don't think anything. Don't say anything.
Or perhaps he is making acquaintance with Sindani
Nope.
in the dungeons.
I'm dead.
Is that what you call heaven and God?
There's only one true God, Jay.
Oh, not this,
Oh,
bro.
God damn it.
Not this.
Your chains.
You're chain sighted again?
The scale grows.
Captain, he believes in the one true God. He is not fit for any communicate. She cuts her off. That's enough, Yuridi. There's silence in the room. At this point, Ignis shrinks.
Oh, bad timing.
I swear it's just cold in here.
Fuck, why can't that be me? Fuck.
She knows, dude. She knows you're thinking that. She knows you're thinking that. Stop.
I guess that's your thing, right? You see everything?
Do I?
Well, you know what I'm gonna say before I say it.
A simple display of power.
You know our friend is down there. Then you know why we're here. In the Black Sea.
You hear Queen go, "La," and then the violin stops. Zoom. Off key. That was. And then that that guy that was playing the violin reaches into his coat, hands over this folded, like rolled up parchment to the captain, and she says, "Yes. So you are to follow this map." Looks at it.
Shit, they did get the map.
And you believe this map will lead you to the Black Rose Pirates?
Yeah, vaguely. Yeah, pretty much. Like for the most part. But it's more than just a map. There was a construct. Opened only for me. Left more clues. And there's another. I'm sure you might know him. Most people with the goo do.
The goo.
It's Niklaus Hendricks. Display your power all you want. We've seen a lot worse from him.
The eye in the middle turns red as it glows, matching the glow behind. So it is true. You are acquainted with Captain Hendricks.
Yeah, he doesn't fucking leave us alone.
Definitely not.
Well, all pirates have their own goals. We simply race each other to accomplish them first.
And what are you looking for? Surely this extremely long castle can't be it. I mean, it's impractical. It took us an hour to get here.
This captain, she says, I have no reason to be so forthright as you have been. But, be it curiosity or sympathy for such young pirates, perhaps, as you're so used to doing, we can come to a deal. And it looks like she's about to walk forward. She leans forward, and then out of her back are these spider legs that are like 16 feet in length, begin to lift her body up. Not 16 feet, but they make her quite tall. And she begins to walk down the little steps of this platform, and behind her you see is that throne, or a throne. And she gets close to you, Jay. Leave this one with me, so that she may become a part of my long-term project.
Knew this was a bad idea.
And the rest of you can continue on your merry journey. I'll even allow you some time to huddle.
Wow, it's so incredibly considerate.
I don't think we need a huddle. You can see everything, can't you? So you can see I'm not gonna fucking do that. You already know that. I'm not gonna play a game with you. There's no point. And you already know I'm gonna come in here and say what I have to keep my crew alive. Maybe do what I have to. That's what I want out of this.
Then I bet you'll choose your next course wisely, won't you?
All I can think to do is maybe another kind of deal. One that suits my interests a little better. This long-term project. Maybe I could help if I understood more. Hell, maybe I'm going for the same thing, like you said. Pirates are all just trying to beat each other to the same goal.
Roll deception.
I'll roll deception, but I was trying to be as sincere as possible so I didn't have to.
17. Boom.
Yeah, 17.
What the
How did
fuck?
he guess that?
What the fuck is wrong with me today?
I don't know.
And what happened to you?
The captain says, you will roll a 17. And then you do. No, I'm just kidding.
Bro, she's me for real. What have I heard? Am I a spider?
Get a closer look at anything, any points of interest in the room or anything that would be.
Roll investigation.
23. It rolled over from a natural 1 to a 19.
You can tell that this terrain is an illusion. The environment around you is false.
And the thing on the roof was it's beating, right?
That thing is real.
Yeah.
And it is terrifying, yeah.
Would I be able to tell if it's
It's
a
not-
heart
it's not
or
on the
an
roof.
egg or
It's
what the deal is?
It looks like a massive red pulsating sac that's slightly translucent, and inside there seems to be some sort of warm or orangish glow, and every time it beats, dum, dum, that thing sort of shifts a bit, and you can't really see anything else because it's all obscured by this illusion. But for some reason, that is allowed to be seen.
Bro, what the fuck is around you?
But other than that, you're not able to discern much,
Yeah.
intentionally so. But at least you know now that it is magic around you. Gardak sort of shouts, what does it matter if they know? It's not like they can do anything to stop it. Fine, I'll humor you. Maybe it is that. Curiosity or sympathy again. Behind me is my darling. Oh, what will become? The vessel shall re-enter.
Yeah, so they're hatching the Antichrist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know much of the Dread Queen?
Only that I need to find her corpse. I don't know why. I don't actually say that.
Oh, I was about to say.
You could say that. Why didn't I say that?
Yeah, you can say it if you want.
They might be like, it's right here.
Yeah, sure. Fuck could I say it?
You what?
Oh, it's just
Jay, why would you say that?
I don't know. It's just it just came to my mind. Okay, those memories entered my brain, and I just had I wanted to find her corpse or something.
Right.
Yeah,
You're like Gillian with the tree.
with the Gillian with the tree. Yeah.
Completely different.
So what? Am I like a vessel, like a suitable vessel for this child? I'm not a big fan of this whole thing. Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Not quite. But you have an essence. That would be great nutrition. And dare I say, enough nutrition to finalize our growth.
Chip, they're gonna feed me to the thing. Chip.
I heard that.
Yeah, just I'm just letting you know in case you were maybe thinking about it, about giving me to them. Don't do that.
And what does that have to do with the Dread Queen?
A long time ago. I'm sure you were but a child. The Dread Queen left on her own quest of importance, a search for more power. Power over life and power over death. And now that this amount of time has passed, it is time I bring her home. Do you understand?
So she's like dead and you want to bring her back to life?
When we are finished, my love and I will rule together the four seas with the power over life and death. The Dread Queen and I. Now that you know, how much does it change?
Well, we're not.
How are you willing to help?
Well, I'm not gonna give you Jay. That's like a whole full stop right there, right? Not doing that. Not doing that. There's like other vessels and stuff out there, I'm sure. And you know, plenty of fish in the sea. And Jay's just not one of them. But, you know, sounds like a sweet thing you got going there. You know, it's like a love story, except genocidal a little. But like in a cute way. So here's what I'm thinking. Jay needs to find her body. You probably need her body for that, right? Because if she looked different, then it's going to feel different. You know what I mean? That connection, that spark, the physical connection won't be there.
No.
Yeah. What if we go find it? We got to do it anyway. That's like a whole thing we're already looking to do. We can just find it and bring it back to you. Or we can take care of Niklaus. I'm sure he's not going to like that you're doing this. Unless he's in on it too. That would be crazy. But I'm pretty sure he took out all the other pirate lords. Still putting the pieces together on that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you like killed them probably. That's
Looking
the
to
vibe I
help
get.
in a less sacrificial way?
I don't think you are fully understanding.
Nah, maybe not. This is kind of crazy.
You will not find a corpse. My love grows behind me.
Oh, that's her body?
This is a giant pulsating sac. You get the idea that it is being grown inside, yes.
Oh.
Hey, would you allow us to have that huddle that you mentioned earlier?
Well, she's just gonna hear it. We should just talk.
Yeah, I mean, we could, yeah, but I want to huddle.
Well, it's just okay. I mean, if it's just for
Just like for, you know, old time's sake.
just make you feel better, yeah.
It makes me feel better.
But super mega fucked. Didn't see that coming.
You say, can we have the huddle? She says, no.
Okay.
I think
And
it's
then I'm gonna
very
break out of my
clear.
chains. I'm gonna try to break out the chains.
Yeah, so because you have your arrow there, you can make that strength check with advantage to break through the... Not break, it's basically escape the chains. You're just not going to be able to break them.
14.
I'll also try. Fuck it. I mean, if Jay's doing it, I'll do it. Charlie,
Okay.
call it.
It's a bad call. The number in my mind is 9.
Natural 20.
Yo!
Very quickly, the two of you slip out of your chains. Now what?
Wing it. I run to the right. To the right. I run towards the illusion. Like where I saw the illusory. I want to see if there's like a window in this place that I can jump out of, basically.
Jay, where are you? What the?
I don't know, wing it.
Fuck it. Wing it.
Look at the other guys. Wing it.
I pull out my swords. All right, lady. Did you see this one coming? Hot mode.
Jesus Christ.
All right, team. Plan F.
God, they're all just chained up.
What the fuck is Plan F?
Fuck it.
We switch back over to Gillian. As you're approaching this figure who was weeping and then just stopped. And then they say, I see you.
I see you too.
You do? And then you blink and then she's gone.
Oh, shoot. No, I don't. Where'd you go?
You hear right behind you, right up to your ear, Do you want to be friends? You whip around. She's gone.
Yeah, but I don't know where you went. Oh crap. Anyway, I'd love to be friends with you as soon as we get you out of here.
You're somewhere. Come find me.
Okay. I just start running through the maze. I'll see if I can, let's see, do I have anything to help me with this? I can give Divine Sense a shot, see if it does anything for me.
Actually, no.
Oh, okay.
Other than like that lingering sort of environmental smell of everything else around you, there's no strong whiff of like a person, a humanoid, a figure that has that scent nearby.
Someone uses unscented detergent. Where are you?
As you start sprinting through,
Yeah, sprinting through, just looking for her.
make an intelligence save.
Oh, I'm stupid as hell.
Dude, no, I passed the wisdom save. You got this.
Bro, I got 13. I ain't very smart. That's why I'm chasing a giggling girl who says wanna be friends through a dark maze in the ground. That's how I ended up in this situation.
Gillian, holy shit. I don't even want to say it because it's so much. It's like so much. It's like ridiculous. You take 30 points of psychic damage.
What the fucking shit? Ow! What the fuck happens,
And the walls around you begin to like spiral as you start to lose your balance, and then all of the cells that you're running past, the cell doors, begin to fold outward and become spikes and try to crush you in this like box.
What the fuck? Oh!
You're not seeing any way out. You're now like sort of impaled and trapped in these like jail cells that have twisted on themselves, turned into spikes, and then thrusted into you, and you're kind of stuck in one spot.
Wait a second.
You hear echoed throughout. Where are you?
I'm stuck in a bunch of cells. Here, hang on. Oh fuck, my noggin.
What would you like to try? Would you like to do?
I activate the Ferin Pin of Anti-Magic.
Ferin Pin of Anti-Magic.
That feels like the only thing that could save me here in this terrible infinite.
You do stop being invisible with that for sure. So
Dude, she fucking sees me anyway, I think,
Yeah,
so it does
so-
not matter. I'm gonna pop this thing, casts anti-magic field in an 8th level around me, and I just go boop.
Okay. As soon as you click it on, this field around you goes voomp, and the sort of prison of these cells that had just stabbed themselves into you all go as they disappear. You fall into the ground, and face to face, like right in front of your face, as soon as this is dispelled,
Yeah.
looks to be a human woman with that, very white pale skin, but her features are like sunken in. Her eyes are sunken in. There's black around them, the streaks, and you're like looking right at each other, and she just fucking screams and then sprints off in an opposite direction.
Yeah. Yo, I gotta catch you.
Whenever she fucking screams, just make a con save because it pierces your ears and it's so high pitched and loud. Just make the simple
I've
con save.
reversed the horror. Where do you think you're going? I'm sprinting after her. I got a natural 1.
A natural 1, dude. No, it wasn't even. It was a low DC. It's a low DC. Please pass it.
I don't have anything to help with this. No, that's just a 9 straight up, guys.
What the fuck?
what the fuck, man?
This is what I get. I waste all my good rolls on fucking poking bugs.
It's a scream a magic spell, technically.
Yeah, I do have to ask, is this magical? Or does she actually just scream?
Really fucking loud.
It is necrotic damage. It decays your like very fucking inside of your being.
Oh, well that feels like magic. Unless she's just got like a crazy range.
Just to save your life, I'll say that it's like a magical thing, because that would have been like 30 more points of damage for failing it.
Yeah, I think that's based. That feels magic.
She sprints off, and
Okay, can I take an opportunity attack?
you want to attack her?
Yeah, I mean, I can slow
sure?
her down, so I'll just like give her a little knock upside the head. Hey, where do you think you're going? I got you. I'm gonna try and tag her. Fully non-lethal. So I'm just gonna try and give her like sort of a tag. That's a natural 20.
It's quite the tag you're giving her.
Be real with me. Does she seem evil?
Besides the sunken features, at first she is. When you fucking clock her with the natural 20, She has the features of a humanoid. She looks the most human so far, despite the sunken features. She's quite bony, but you can barely tell because she's wearing some sort of gown that has like laces at the end of the sleeves, and you could tell that she had like a white ruffled undershirt and a brooch at the center around the neck. Seems to be like a corset around the waist. Like she's wearing, similar to like very Victorian, butler maid-ish sort of attire.
I say, hey, knock that off, and I tag her with the divine smite. So let's just
Okay, yeah, you go for it.
let's just go through this real quick. I mean, I guess I'll go ahead and smite at 4th level.
Oh my god, you're gonna kill her.
Oh no, can I do non-lethal? Can this be a non-lethal tag?
If you're smiting and stuff, no.
Fuck, guys, fuck it. Yeah, I'll smite the bitch. She fucking put me in mind jail, and I say, hey, stop it, and I attack her, and she explodes. Add 10d8 to this opportunity attack, and so she takes 57 damage total, and her movement is reduced to 0.
50 damage, 57?
57.
She's not unconscious. But did you use your sword or your hand?
Just my hand.
You punch one of her limbs off as it goes flying like across the hall.
Oh no! I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Let's go get that.
Roll initiative.
This is so awkward. I got a 2.
Got a natural 20 for it, but her movement is 0. So you did that next up, baby.
I'm just genuinely. I just dropped my. I am so sorry. We'll stitch that back on you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. This is not what I meant to do. I was just trying to get you because you asked. Let's just get you out of here. Let's get you cleaned up.
Holy shit.
Oh my god, are you okay? Are you alright? Do you need something? Do you need anything? How do I salvage this?
She actually drops prone herself, and it screams that loud screech once more.
Are you okay?
It hurts, but because
Yeah.
it's magical, you don't take damage. It hurts enough to where you could feel like the inside of your eardrums.
Understandable.
rattle.
I would also scream if that happened to me. I'm so sorry.
She's absolutely fucking hysterical. You're not getting a response.
Oh shit.
Weeping, screaming, and I would even say if we were on that scene that this is so loud it can be heard so like for fucking miles. That's why it's like actually hurting your ears and being next to it. She's not attacking. She's actually prone on the ground. She's just hysterical, screaming and crying.
I think you just put her out of her misery, man.
Dude, I didn't just kill her. I mean, it's like,
Finish her off, man.
Finish it, man.
Her limb just flew down the hall, bro.
man, you're making a whole racket right now. And I'm trying to sneak. God, this is so awkward because I can't cast a spell on her. I just knock her out. It just feels weird. She's prone.
Kick her while she's down, bro.
It feels so fucked up. I wouldn't just punch this crying person on the ground. I just, hey, it's okay. I'm really, really sorry. Maybe we can talk about this. I'll get you out of here. I'll make sure you're safe. I really just meant to tag you.
That your turn?
Yeah, I don't think I can bring myself to like beat a downed person into unconsciousness. It just feels so wrong. She's like crying and screaming, dude.
You punched her limb off.
Well, I slipped. I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Does a 22 hit?
Yeah, actually, I never activated my armor again.
Make a con save again.
That's a 20. I just want her to attack me so that I can have the peace of mind.
She kind of already did. Using like
she screamed. Maybe that's just how
she put you in a mind prison and like stabbed you.
Well, maybe she just does that on accident.
No, she was fucking with you the entire time, man.
Yeah, but like she said she wanted to be my friend.
Yeah, and that was a lie.
I need clear signals.
She whips around. She says, "You're a monster!" And then our fingers sharpen, and then they go for your eyes. They miss your eyes. They still stab you, so you take some damage.
I'd redirect it into my nose.
Oh, that's the worst, man. You don't want that.
Oh, don't do that. No.
Oh! Oh, why did I do that? Oh, why did I do
I
that?
don't even want to think about that.
All right, you're done for now.
You take 14 points of necrotic damage,
Oh,
but only
okay.
only 5 points of piercing damage. I'm just gonna whip around and try and run again.
Hey, let's talk about this. Pull out Destiny's like a baseball bat, just swing it at her fucking face. That's a 16 to hit. Does a 16 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. All right. I'm just. I'm trying.
Doesn't look like she's wearing like armor.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get her
Or
to
a lot
stop.
of it.
That's just gonna be 11 damage and her movement's reduced to 0.
How do you want to do this?
Okay, so there's two angles here. Either angle A is I knock her out, or angle B is I accidentally knock her head off. What do you guys think? I think I just want to whip it around and I say, we can talk about this, and I just hit her across the face.
Can we? Let's just leave it to the dice, man. Use your fucking.
Actually, if you're hitting her, if you say you're going for the face, you hit her hard enough. The way that she works, it's gonna go flying off.
Oh my god. Okay. So I don't worry. I'm going non-lethal. Flip the blade around, hit her full-on baseball bat, home run her head off her shoulders.
Oh no!
Just reading down the hall. I mean, if you said it does, it does. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Let me get that. Oh.
Initiative is over. The body falls over, and then the head just sort of like looks out, and it starts to cry that crimson.
Okay. I'm really sorry. Hey. Okay, I guess I'll just pick up the head. Is it still like? Does she seem like she's still like
lucid? No, she's dead.
But
for sure.
She's dead?
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh fuck. Oh man, I really didn't mean. Okay. Oh man. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna grab her head, and I'm gonna move it over to the body. I'm gonna grab her arm. I'm gonna move it over to the body. Oh, I really shouldn't be doing this. Oh, I really shouldn't be. Oh, this is such a bad idea. Oh man, I don't feel like she deserved that. Oh fuck, maybe we can talk. Oh god, I feel like I never really picked up the vibe. I don't really know if fuck it. I cast Revivify.
Are you gonna use the diamonds?
God, I mean, I just feel so bad.
Do you have the diamonds?
Chip has it, and Jay had it. I don't know if you have it right now.
Then I can't do it.
I only had 200 gold worth of diamonds as well.
Gillian, you hear somewhere down the hall as you're trying to frantically put her back together. You go grab her arm. You hear, "Is someone there?"
Yeah, one second. Okay, it's all right. Maybe she'll stitch herself back together like the other one. Okay, I've got I'll put her on ice. I go ahead and pull out the fucking geyser, and I'm gonna shoot the water at her and shape water it. So I just put her on ice, and I'm gonna start dragging it around. Yes, it is I, Gillian Tidestrider, hero of the hour. Who is it? It's just so shaken by everything that's just happened.
Down here, as it sort of echoes. You just leave. You guys would. I already said her name. It's Sindani. You leave Sindani on the ice block.
I think I want to put her on ice and take her with me.
You're gonna push the ice along.
Bring this dead body with you?
Well, it's like
insane. You're an insane person.
No, dude. It's like if you get your finger cut off, you freeze it, and then you can put it back on later.
But this is not a finger; it's a whole person.
I didn't mean to do it.
It was
Make
her
this
head.
any
It was her
less
head,
fucking
dude.
insane.
I mean, maybe Revivify can be extended if I keep her on ice.
Actually, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm taking her with me. I don't give a shit.
Go find some diamonds. Fuck it. Yeah.
I'm taking her with me. I feel fucking bad about it. And maybe she can be our friend, and I feel really bad.
You start pushing this corpse on ice. That's funny, man. Like corpse.
Dude, it's not even, this isn't even a bit anymore.
You start pushing corpse on ice, my favorite musical, down the hall following the voices calling out. And you come to one of these barred doors and see a figure inside, chained, both hands sort of chain clasped together, with 4 of the chains attached to this clasp that keeps their hands bound, attached to different sides of the walls. And when you look in, at first she sees the corpse on ice you're pushing, but then she sees your face and your eyes meet. and you see a woman that is a bit shorter, a bit pear-shaped. She has this sort of iridescent gown on, that is ripped at the ends, a hooded cloak around the torso, and sort of bright colored golden armor on her legs and her forearms.
Oh shit! This is her! Oh, I know who this is.
Yeah, she's warm brown skin.
Okay.
She has hair that seems to be made like of clouds, which you've seen before, cool. But hers is tied up back with this sort of sun dial hairpiece, spiked hairpiece.
Okay, I pull up.
Her eyebrow raises as soon as she sees you. Who are you?
I'm glad you asked. I strike a fucking pose. My name is Gillian Tidestrider, and I'm here to rescue you. Zamia sent me, and Igneous. I tried to save her too, but it didn't work out.
She starts to look around. Tried, so you mean that they've been killed?
Wait, what did I say?
You said you tried to save them and then it didn't work.
No, I tried to save her. This one. Put her on ice, though. Hopefully that helps.
Oh, so Zamia is alive.
Zamia, as far as I know, but she did let herself get kind of chained up and taken to the den. So, it's probably best if we get everyone out of here and go help them. And let me get you out of there. You said is it like a lock or what's the jail cell situation?
They are iron barred doors.
Yeah.
Pretty like normal standard fantasy prison.
Okay.
So there are like keyholes and stuff.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I am here to save you, but I don't understand doors, so I'm gonna hit this one. And I pull out the ram again, and I'm just gonna try and break the door down.
You fool, she says. What are you doing?
What? I'm gonna break it down.
You have killed the prison watch.
Well, not on purpose.
She should have the keys.
But she's frozen.
She's in the...
It's too late for that now. I pull out the ram. Time is of the essence. And I'm just gonna try and break the door down.
Okay, roll strength.
19 plus 4. Oh, actually, plus another 4, so 27 with the ram.
These have rusted enough to where you just... and it just kind of like breaks off the hinges and falls.
I am the key! And I'll go and undo her bindings.
Okay, they are locked with 4 different keys because there are 4 chains. She says, just, I understand you're in a bit of a hurry. There are 2 others that I'd like you to save first. Just down the hall. One of them is a survivor that was captured before me. The other is a catman.
Okay, all right, I'm right on it. Here, can you watch her? Jump over the ice block. I'll run down the hall. Hello, is anyone there?
Yeah, you come to a cells that are actually across from one another. On the left one, you see that there is a looks to be like a satyr, very bright orange hair that kind of curls at the end, deer-legged, so it has like brown fur with white spots. Long horns of like an actual buck, though one of the sides is half broken. And he's just sort of sitting in the corner there, like head slumped, and raises his head. He's got a very nice, masculine square jaw. One of the eyes peeks through the hair. And who the fuck are you supposed to be?
Gillian. Smash the door down.
Okay, I'm not gonna make you roll for it multiple times.
Okay, cool.
These chains are just normal, like handcuff links. They're not as intricate as the one that are holding her name is Star.
I break everything with the ram. if I can, I just smash things with the ram.
Easy enough.
I don't have the keys. I don't know how to pick locks. I just smash them.
The cell across seems to be an auburn-furred tabaxi with like these robes you've seen before, though they're tattered.
Cool.
ripped up.
What is your name, by the way? I say as I fucking break him out of there.
You can call me Mary, Marigold. You have a plan of escape? Where did you even come from?
Yeah, get out, fast. I run over to the other one. Yeah, you asked where I come from. I'm getting ready to smash the other door. I think an egg? I smash through the door.
Smash the other door, again you see that auburn fur tabaxi.
Yep.
And it looks like they had robes of green and gold that were intricate, now ripped and shredded. So,
nice to meet you both. Zamia sent me to bust you all out of here.
the tabaxi doesn't sit up or anything. When you free them, they say, "What even is the point? You may have freed us from our shackles, but we are not free from the evils."
Oh, hang on, check this out. I know you might be worried about that, but I got you. Run down the hall, push the ice block up. Was this one of the evils?
This is odd. This is very odd. Why is she on ice?
It was an accident. And I feel like I never really got the beat on what her deal was. And I tried to knock her out, but instead, her limbs came off. And so I put her on ice to maybe reattach later. But if you say she's one of the evils, then, I mean, like, you know, it is what it is.
I speak of the evils of the sea, of the world. There is no freedom from this anymore.
Oh. No, we're working on that.
You recognize this tabaxi from the vision you got?
Oh, shit, yeah! Was this the guy I was, like, reporting to?
Yeah, the one that seemed to be in, like, a leadership position that said don't go.
Listen, Dad, there's still a chance for this place. The tree's not dead yet. And we can still save it. And if we can save the tree, then we can save the sea. So how about you get out of those chains and join me?
He's just like dumbfounded, and he says, "Who are you? And where are you going to take us?"
My name is Gillian Tidestrider, and I am gonna take you away from here. Wait, that came out wrong. I'm going to take you home.
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
Just a 12.
Stands up, and Star shouts out down the hall. You go and help her get free. There are again the 4 chains, the 4 keys. You have any? How do you plan? You're just gonna smash the chains? Is that the goal?
Yeah. Do I still have that ram?
You get the sense that she goes, "If you do that, you're going to break my arms."
Oh, can't you just like flex? Okay. I guess I'll. Can I cut them?
Same concept, I think.
Well, not if I cut them fast enough.
Yeah. Again, sawing through metal. I don't know.
It's like pretty unsafe.
I go over to the ice block, and I pull out a tiny chisel, and I chisel away.
Okay. Easy.
And I pull out the keys. Oh, hang on.
Okay.
I chisel around a little more, and I take the keys. Hang on, there's a lot of them. Is it this? No. Is it no, not this one. Is it this? No. Oh, she's got. Oh, it looks like she's got another ring. Hang on. Okay, chisel that one out. Okay, it's got. Is it the red key for the green lock? No. Is it the? I'm green red colorblind. I'm not. The yellow key. What key would you use if you were locking these?
Weren't you in a hurry?
Yeah, there's a lot of keys. I don't want to break anyone's arms. I don't want to knock anyone's arms off.
Okay, an hour passes.
No. I find whatever keys it takes.
I find it. A few minutes definitely pass. You get it. Everybody is unlocked and in this hall. and the corpse is all inside the ice. You chiseled out just the keys away?
Yeah, just the keys.
Okay.
Now we just gotta get out of here. And I turn to them.
So I says, you said Zamia was taken? To...
Yes, of her own will, actually. To whatever the center of the place is, probably some sort of throne room or meeting place. Do you have any idea how to get there?
Of course I do. How long ago? They will not last there, they will be killed. That is where all the other survivors are taken before they never come back again.
Oh, no, it's okay. The Riptide Pirates are with them. I'm sure that they will de-escalate the situation. I mean, it's only been like an hour, right?
Okay, so she starts to look a little bit panicky. She's like clasping her hands. All right, can you two come with us?
Oh, yes.
The survivors. Mary, the satyr, she comes to an agreement with them that they have to go through the top of the palace and find, the other Zamia and Ignis if they want any chance of getting through the city free again. It convinces them, and I guess you guys begin to head out of this dungeon. Are you leaving behind the corpse?
Oh, shoot. Hey, sorry, I don't think I caught your name. I asked the cleric.
Starling, but you can call me Star.
Okay, Star, it's nice to meet you. What should we do about... I feel bad about this still.
Leave her.
Is she,
Dangerous? Yes.
Yeah, but we're all dangerous. I mean, is she like... the E word?
I would assume all of these pirates are the E word.
Thank the gods. Okay, all right. Whoo!
You don't usually band together if you're some good and some evil.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they made it work. Okay. In that case, and I shoot out more water and just reapply. That should hopefully hold them for a while. Let's go.
She begins to lead you out, and she says, I need to find wherever they took my staff if I'm going to be of any help.
Yeah, I don't know shit.
Yeah, exactly, I know. You have to run up like a spiral sort of tower, like the staircases that wrap on the inside of a cylindrical tower to get to the ground floor of the palace where you sort of burst out, and you unfortunately come to realize that all of those webbings that surround the perimeter are also blocking your path from the...
Oh, fuck. Do you guys know about these? The World Wide Web? The Dark Web?
I know that we probably shouldn't touch them,
I agree.
or we'll get our organs sold.
That's exactly right. By spiders. By the way, I'm not sure if it helps, Star, but do you need your staff or just a holy symbol?
I need my staff.
Okay. Then let's go get it. Do as I do. And I approach the spider webs.
Okay.
And like a ballerina, I perfectly get through all of them without having to roll anything.
When we switch over to the group who had just freed themselves from the chains, only you two, not the rest.
Did nobody else roll or try? I want to know.
I'm going to say because you ran off immediately, you're not going to know especially.
Okay, that's fine.
And this all just happened instantly and it just started. So the fates of them breaking out or not is yet to be determined. But should be say ha mode. And the glow of your flames reflects back at you from the red glow of the sack behind the captain, whose emotion at your sudden decisions doesn't change. And Jay, you rush off and you try to break free from the
I want to see if I
illusionary.
can break out from the illusion area, yeah, and see you.
You run as far as you can to the right or to the left,
To the
either
right,
way.
to the right.
You run straight right. You impact into a wall, just both hands. And when you turn around, you can see the real interior of this throne room. On The walls in front of you, on the ceilings, covered in it, are more of these small red sacks with red veins and tubing connecting all of them, running this liquid through them to the main pulsating one in the center.
Oh, that's what they want, vessels.
That's not good.
Uh-huh.
And that's where we end the session. And we'll see if you live next time.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out if we survive. Hey, did we just jump into a suicide dumbass thing? Find out.
We'll see what happens next time. Will Gillian make it in time?
I'm never having kids.
Thanks for listening to Just Rolled With It, Nat 20. This is your boy DJ Sickle, here about to thank the patrons. Mushi is vibing, a Moonbeast fan, Aaron Moment, Agar Steeljaw, Aholoya Hussey Townsend, Amber Curry, a pirate with gout, Aqua the Kaizoku, Baka 7, Bazozo, Beans, Big Blue Bear Boy, Bizly's Burger, Blue Blend Blop, Boss Goat, Broderick Motif, Buttery Toast, Cal's The Folded Pizza Zone, Captain Lafayette and crew, Sarazaku, Certified Cringe Fail Loser Boy, Charlie Darling Songbird, Chilean Vibe Strider, Kojo Woe, Colin the Bard, Cornier Comet, Crobins, Daxi Boy, Deathclaw, Ikofu, Elvish Cyborg, EMT 3, Erica Moon, Unio Lune, Expulagu, Expugaloo, Falach, Final Fan, Goodest Lad, Habab, I have to make sure I get the exact right number, Hababagagaba, Haribo, I'm in your walls, I'm butt flusting, Insomnia Draws, it's Krufsh, Jades 2604, Jason the Fricker, Jay Newell, Joey Madness, Jordan Darlin, JRWI Enjoyer, Cadus Betis, Kelly the Raccoon, Kev Senpai, Lemon Leviathan, Luckiest Valentine, Luke Ranboo, Man-Made Imp, Me Forever Mate, Me-Phobia Man, Mitchell Iverson, Mithril Gear 417, Mr. Nacho, Mr. C, Gooblek Whisperer, Mr. Anderson 1078, Mr. Magic Fingers, Narwhal Shellfish, Non-X Lodal, Novasync, Pippin the Alchemist, Pupper in a Spacesuit, Ruth the Banana Duck, Riker Tamsin, Riker Kurotu, Sorcerer Punk, Spinyax, Sweet Cacti, Sylv Soul, Teeny Ghosts, That One Person, The Awesome Man, Titan Storm, Trite Metal, Vapor, Water Lenny, Wild James, William B. Wumbo, and Zerberus. Thank you so much for supporting the show and continuing to support the show, and we will see you on the next episode of